Hello dear students, in this video I will continue the next part of human reproduction. In the previous video I explained about the male reproductive system, where it is located in the human body and what are the parts of male reproductive system. The male reproductive system is located in the pelvis region, and the male reproductive system consists of four important parts. The testis, a pair of testes, they represent the male gonad, accessory ducts, accessory glands and external genitalia. The testes are oval in shape. Their length is 4 to 5 centimeters and width is 3 to 4 centimeters. They are present outside the abdominal cavity in a pouch called scrotum. The scrotum maintains low temperature than the normal internal temperature, about 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius, and this helps in maintaining spermatogenesis. The covering of the testis is called tunica albuginea, and internally testis is divided into 250 compartments called testicular lobules. So these are the things that I have explained in the previous video. Let us continue the details of male reproductive system. So each testis has about 250 compartments called testicular lobule. Here in this image you can see this is the transverse section of the testis, where the individual lobules of the testis represent testicular lobule. What is the number of testicular lobule? They are 250 in number. Each lobule contains 1 or 3, it may be 1 or it may be 2 or it may be 3 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubules in which sperms are produced. So here this compartment represents testicular lobule. Inside that compartment you can see the coiled structure, and this is called seminiferous tubules. So first testis is divided into small compartment. Each compartment is called testicular lobule, and inside the testicular lobule the coiled structures are present called seminiferous tubules. Here you need to remember the number. The number of testicular lobules in each testis is 250, and each testicular lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubules. And remember, the seminiferous tubules are the coiled structures of testis in which the male gametes sperms are produced. Where exactly the sperm production occurs in the human testis? The answer is seminiferous tubules. Where do you find the seminiferous tubules? They are present within the testicular lobule. What are testicular lobules? The compartment of the testis is called testicular lobule, and inside the testicular lobule the coiled structures are present. They are called seminiferous tubules, and seminiferous tubules are the structures in which the sperms are produced. Then each seminiferous tubule is lined on its inside by two types of the cells. One is male germ cell and another is the Sertoli cell. So here it is enlarged view of the seminiferous tubule. So seminiferous tubule wall produces the two types of cells. The germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tubule, it produces two types of the cells. Some of them are called male germ cells. They are the actual cells undergoing spermatogenesis. The male germ cells are also known as spermatogonia or spermatogonial cell, and these are the cells from which finally the sperms are produced. And one more type of the cells present in the testis are the Sertoli cells. The wall of the seminiferous tubule, it is lined by germinal epithelium, and that germinal epithelium consists of two types of the cells, and they are male germ cells, also known as spermatogonial cells, and one more is Sertoli cell. So these are the two types of cells found in the wall of seminiferous tubule. Once again, I would like to repeat, each testis contains 250 compartments called testicular lobule, and each lobule contain 1 to 3 highly coiled structures called seminiferous tubules, and seminiferous tubules are the structures in which the sperms are produced. The wall of the seminiferous tubule is made up of germinal epithelium, and germinal epithelium consists of two types of the cells. They are the male germ cells and Sertoli cells. So then here it is the diagram, the transverse section where you can see all the cells. So this one represents one seminiferous tubule. Here you can see many seminiferous tubules in the transverse section, and the large cell in each seminiferous tubule, it shows Sertoli cell, and to this Sertoli cell the sperms are attached, and these spherical cells present in the seminiferous tubule, they are nothing but spermatogonium. Actually they are participating in the spermatogenesis, and they gives rise to the formation of male gametes called sperms. The spermatogonium is the cell from which the male gametes sperms are produced. So let us go for the details. The male germ cells which are present in the seminiferous tubule, from which structure they are produced? They are produced from the germinal epithelium, and these male germ cells undergo meiotic division and finally leading to the sperm formation. From these male germ cells, when they complete the spermatogenesis, they are finally producing the male gametes called sperms, and the type of the cell division supporting the sperm formation is meiosis. Then what is the function of Sertoli cells? Because here it is, what is the function of male germ cells is clear, because male germ cells finally gives rise to the formation of sperms through the spermatogenesis. Then question is, what is the function of Sertoli cells? Remember, this is very important question. Sertoli cells provide nutrition to the germ cells. The male germ cells are getting the nutrition from the Sertoli cells. Hence, the Sertoli cells are also known as nurse cells. Another name of the Sertoli cells is nurse cells, because they provide the nourishment to germ cells at the time of the spermatogenesis. So what is the function of Sertoli cells? provide nutrition to the male germ cells. This is the function of Sertoli cells. They are little bit larger in size. The region outside the seminiferous tubules is called interstitial space, and this interstitial space contains small blood vessels and the interstitial cells, also called Leydig cells. So up to this, what we have discussed is within the seminiferous tubule. These structures are present inside the seminiferous tubule. What are those structures? The male germ cells and Sertoli cells. Both of them are present inside the seminiferous tubule. Then what is the part outside the seminiferous tubule? So here in the image you can see the seminiferous tubules. In between seminiferous tubule, whatever the space is present inside the testis, this region is called the interstitial space. So the interstitial space is present outside the seminiferous tubule. Outside the seminiferous tubule, whatever the region is present, it is called interstitial space. And what it contains? The interstitial space contains small blood vessels and interstitial cells. The interstitial cells are also called Leydig cells. Here these blue colored cells, you can see the labeling Leydig cells. The interstitial cells are also known as Leydig cells, and where they are present? They are present outside the seminiferous tubule in the interstitial space. The interstitial space is present outside the seminiferous tubule, and this contains the blood vessels and Leydig cells. What is another name of Leydig cells? Interstitial cells. What is another name of the Sertoli cells? Nurse cells. What is the function of Sertoli cells? They provide nourishment to the male germ cells. Similarly, what is the function of Leydig cells? Leydig cells synthesize and secrete the testicular hormones called androgens. Androgens are nothing but male sex hormones responsible for secondary sexual characters developed in the males at the time of puberty. Whatever the secondary sexual characters are developed in the males at the time of puberty, that means at the time of adult stage, all those characters are produced due to the influence of androgens, and these androgens are synthesized and secreted by Leydig cells, and these Leydig cells are also known as interstitial cells. Other immunologically competent cells are also present in the interstitial space. So interstitial space is carrying, or it contains, three types of structures like small blood vessels, Leydig cells, and other immunologically competent cells. Here the Leydig cells are particularly involved in the synthesis and secreting of the male sex hormone or the testicular hormone called androgens. So these are the things that I wanted to discuss. So today in this video, the explained part includes the number of testicular lobules, 250. Each testicular lobule contains 1, 2, 3 seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules are lined by germinal epithelium, and germinal epithelium contains two types of the cells, male germ cells and Sertoli cells. The male germ cells, they undergo the spermatogenesis and they give rise to the formation of sperms, and Sertoli cells provide nourishment or nutrition to the germ cells, the Sertoli cells, hence also called Ncert cells. The region outside the seminiferous tubules is called interstitial space, and interstitial space contains three important structures: small blood vessels, Leydig cells, and other immunologically competent cells. The Leydig cells are very important, also known as interstitial cells. They synthesize and secrete the testicular hormone called androgen. Androgens are also known as male sex hormones, responsible for secondary sexual characters in the males, and the major androgen is testosterone. I hope it is clear for you. Thank you.